All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Chicago Man Beaten to Death While Hanging Christmas Lights. Now, when you come across stories like this, you know, the majority of the people, they get sad and they get angry and upset or whatever and everything like that because, you know, the way that the news showcases the story is, you know, he was just at his home, you know, decorating his house for Christmas and everything like that, you know, getting into the holiday spirit. And then out of nowhere, you know, some men came and they beat him to death, but he didn't die immediately. You know, I guess the neighbors came and scared them off or whatever. But by the time they was trying to rush him to the hospital, he died because of the injuries. But at the end of the day, we understand, the ones that's in this truth, we understand that everything happens for a reason. The Most High orchestrates what happens to us each and every day, man. OK, and one of the things that we have to understand is judgment was brought upon this man. All right. And another reason, one of the reasons being maybe is because he was celebrating these holidays. You know, we say it over and over and over again that the Most High is not pleased with these holidays because these holidays all have a dark history. Every single one of them has a dark history. And Esau has brought it to the point where this whole world accepts these holidays, even though that they know that they're pagan. You know, a lot of people make excuses on why they celebrate it or whatever. They try to celebrate with their own meanings. You know, people be like, well, I'm going to celebrate, you know, I know it's pagan, but I'm just doing it for the kids so then they can have the memories that I had when I was growing up or whatever, and then they won't feel left out or whatever, then they could be happy. Other people be like, well, I'm not celebrating it for the reason that other people are celebrating. I'm celebrating it because of whatever I feel like or whatever I want to do. At the end of the day, that's being wicked. OK, you're just finding an excuse to celebrate these holidays. And we keep trying to tell you over and over and over again, stop celebrating these holidays. Stop doing it. Because the thing is, the Most High is going to open up this judgment on a way higher level. OK, people are not going to understand why they're going through the things that they're going through. And we're going to tell you it's because of you being wicked, and celebrating holidays is one of them. And then in two, you got to understand that we are all ancient spirits. The Most High knows each and every single one of us personally. So when you see judgment like this being passed, this is the Most High taking them out for whatever sins they probably committed in their past life or because of the sins that they're doing in this life. We don't know, but we do know that this is judgment from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. OK, so at the end of the day, this is why we say you have to fear the Lord and you have to repent. When we say repent, we mean truly change your ways, because as soon as you start doing that, the Most High can possibly have mercy on you. OK, so let's watch this video real quick and then, you know, we'll get a couple of scriptures.
The little kids without their parent for Christmas, without their father, is, you know, it's a big shock.
A festive tradition for one Gage Park family, ending in heartache.
He was setting all the Christmas decorations with his family, and just out of the blue they come.
Jose Tilles was putting up holiday lights on his home when police say two people drove up in a sedan, hopping out armed with blunt objects, beating the 49-year-old in the head and leaving him clinging to life on his front lawn.
We saw the ambulance at the end of the street, and I thought maybe one of the neighbors was sick.
But it was much worse. It happened Saturday evening around 6:30 on 58th Street near St. Louis Avenue. The victim taken to the hospital with critical injuries to the head, where he later passed away.
I believe he worked in gardening. He's a hard-working man. He came here to, you know, give the best to his family, and this thing happens.
A husband, father, and community leader on his street for well over a decade, who neighbors say helped to organize block parties. Those same neighbors gathering down the street from his home with a plan to protect their block, the beginnings of their own neighborhood watch.
Three of them mentioned they were going to put security cameras around their homes,
in hopes to keep another senseless act of violence from hitting close to home again.
And obviously that's because nobody feels secure.
Fellow neighbors also coming together to raise funds for the victim's family. Police have not commented on any suspects or arrests or a motive behind the.
So, as we just heard and as we just saw, they're trying to come up with a security plan for their neighborhood and everything like that so then they can be safe. But the thing is, you can't do anything about any situation. If the Most High wants to take you out of this earth, he's going to do so. Okay, because he orchestrates all of this. All right. He knows what's going on. He knows what's happening down here. He sees what's going on down here. All right. So if he wants to take you out of this earth, he's going to allow it to happen. And now you got to remember, this man was beaten to death or whatever by these two dudes or however many men that it was. And you got to think, because the spirit says, not the spirit, but the scriptures tell you that spirits are created for vengeance. The Most High puts wicked spirits upon people or evil spirits upon people to do these things. OK, and then you got to go deeper into the story of why did this happen to this man? Maybe this was something that he had to pay for during his personal life. He probably was getting into the wrong situations in his past or whatever. And now it finally caught up to him. You just never know, man. And at the end of the day, people may say, well, he was trying to change his life. He was just trying to be with his family. He was hardworking. OK, that's all good. But at the end of the day, if the Most High wants you to pay for what you did, he's going to make sure you pay for what you did, man. And so when you go into these comments right here, it says, God bless the man who spoke highly of the man who passed, that genuine character. Rest in peace to the man who lost his life. God bless his family. And then the evil in Chicago must be put to an end. That's not going to happen. We keep trying to tell you that these days are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it's not just going to be Chicago. It's going to be all over the world, man. Y'all going to look at Chicago these days as nothing compared to the days that we're getting ready to go into. Then, right here, it says, I feel sorry for the victim's family. This is so awful. I can't even begin to imagine what they are going through. My utmost condolences. And, like I said, when you read the majority of these comments, it's people that's feeling sorry for them and everything like that. And yeah, we understand that it's messed up and everything like that. But like we say, this is judgment from the Most High. The Most High wanted this to go down. OK, the Most High wanted this to happen to this man. All right. And like I said, and it's funny, like I said, he got killed while hanging up those Christmas lights. And that's one of the things that we keep trying to tell you that you got to stop doing. You got to acknowledge what the Most High wants. And what the Most High wants is for people not to celebrate these days. You got to be strong, man, and just say, forget it. It's just one day. One day, man, really. It's just one day. So what if you go into the stores and hear the Christmas music or all you hear people talk about is Christmas or whatever? So what, man? Block yourself from those people. Block yourself from these spirits that's out here and get through that one day, man. It's going to be over with. 24 hours, just like every other day of this year has been over with so fast. It's going to be over with so quick when it comes around. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Who are the heathen? The people outside of Israel, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The people outside of you all are the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, okay, the Canaanites, so forth and so on. White people, Asian people, Africans, so forth and so on, man. Those people. It says, learn not their ways. It says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. This sounds just like Christmas. Okay? People go to these woods or go into the forest, whatever. They cut down these trees. You can say, well, they got fake trees. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like I said, stop trying to make excuses. And it says what? They said they deck it with silver and with gold. What do you do in this day and age? You deck it with silver and gold too. Some people put the silver and gold, trimmings or whatever around it. The lights, the star, the pentagram, if you want to get real specific, because that's all it is. All right. And they celebrate this day. And it said what? It said, learn not the way of the heathen. These are the ways of the heathen, celebrating Christmas, man. It says, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Okay? So when you go into these and realize these things, man, you're supposed to stay away from it as far as you can possibly can, man. If these days are not in the scriptures, you're not supposed to celebrate it, man. You're only supposed to celebrate the high holy days that's written in the Bible. That's it. So now let's go to Amos. Let's go to Amos 5:21. And it says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. All right, this is the Most High speaking. He hates and he despises your feast days, your solemn assemblies. Christmas is definitely a feast day. People cook all kind of food on that day. You know, you see all the recipes and everything that's going on social media and all on the food networks. Yeah, you can make eggnog cake and, you know, and do all these different things or whatever. You know, it is what it is. They like, yeah, man, he despised these feast days. It says, though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. The Most High hates songs like Jingle All the Way, you know, Frosty the Snowman, you know, and all these different songs, Christmas songs, the Mariah Carey song, you know, the Boys to Men song. He doesn't like none of these songs, man. When these songs come up and they start playing these songs in the different stores, or you start playing them in your car or at home and everything, the Most High is angry, man. He's not pleased with these noises. It's nothing but noise to him, man. He's not down with this. That's why it says right here, it says, but let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. Okay. So we coming into that time where, you know, the Most High, he's just going to just unleash judgment. And we're seeing it happen right now. Okay. This is why we said, you know, that man probably died because of what he was doing for Christmas, or what he did in his past life, or whatever he did in this life. The Most High felt like, hey, he built up enough sins. He like, look, he's not changing. Hey, take him out. And, you know, and the Most High uses different men and women like this so he can show us how it is when judgment is brought upon these people. So then that way the fear of the Lord can be brought upon you heavier. Okay, you can look at these different examples and you can be like, okay, look, I need to stop playing around and start getting with the Most High. Okay, but like it says, but let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. The Most High said, look, okay, they want to keep doing this, they want to keep doing that. I'm gonna make sure judgment run down as waters. Go in the bathroom and turn on the sink, turn on the shower, and see how much water comes out, you know, and how much it just keep going and keep going and keep going. That's how the Most High is gonna start getting rid of people on this earth, man. He's gonna start getting rid of these people, and America and other parts of the world are going to be sacrificed, so then the kingdom of heaven can finally be ushered in, man, because the Most High is getting tired of the wickedness that's here. All right. So now let's go to Job 4:7. And it says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. So it said in verse 7, it says, whoever perished being innocent. Like you just read in the comments, oh man, I'm so sorry this had to happen to this man. Oh, he was just working. He was just trying to be with his family. They were trying to showcase that innocent look as if he didn't do anything. You don't know this man from anything, man. The news is just portraying this as what they think happened. Okay. But at the end of the day, like we said, the Most High knows every single one of us personally. He is not innocent. Whenever somebody died, especially in that type of fashion, that dude was not innocent, man. None of us are innocent. Why? Because we all have fell short of the glory. We all have sinned. Every single one of us, man. Every single one of us. We still sin to this day. But the thing is, the ones that's in this truth, we're trying not to live in sin as much as we possibly can. When the Most High sees that, he's pleased with that. Because he's seeing that you're trying to stay away. When the holidays come up, he's seeing that you're not trying to buy gifts. You're not trying to please everybody else just because it's a holiday that's coming around. You're not trying to go out there and eat pork or whatever. You actually changing your ways. The Most High is going to acknowledge that, man. Okay. But other than that, if somebody dies, man, they are not innocent, man. They are not innocent. Every single one of us are wicked, man. That's why Yahushua, he said himself, there is none good but one, because even Yahushua said he's not good. Why? Because when you go into the scriptures, you'll understand that Yahushua was here before as different men in the scriptures, okay? Because there's a such thing as reincarnation, all right? So at the end of the day, it says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent. So remember that nobody dies as a good person. Nobody dies. And the Most High wanted to take them out is for a good reason. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. And it says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And that's what I was saying earlier. They over here trying to come up with security plans or whatever. And they trying to team up to make their neighborhood better and more safe and everything like that. But you can't do it. There's nothing you can do. The Most High said, there's no God with me. He is up there alone. Of course, he's with Yahushua, but you know, he is the power. Yahweh is the power, man. He says, I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that could deliver out of my hand. So if the Most High wants this to happen to you, he's going to find a way for it to happen unto you, man. Okay? You don't have to just be safe. You know, you can probably be safe in your neighborhood or whatever, but what happens when you got to go to the store? What happens when you just drive it down the road? What happens when you take a trip somewhere? The Most High can have anything happen to you. What happens if you eat some type of food and it's poisonous? You know, so forth and so on, man. All right, the Most High can find a way to take you out if he feels like he needs to. None can deliver you out of his hand. If he wants to bring the wrath upon you, he's going to bring the wrath upon you. This is why we keep saying, fear the Lord, man. Fear the Lord. Do what he told you to do. People do not want to understand and take these scriptures seriously. They think it's still a joke. But these things are going to continue to happen because people are stubborn, especially our people. People are stiff-necked, which means hard-headed. This is Isaiah 55:6. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. That's right now, man. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. See? And to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. All right. So it says right here, forsake your wicked ways, man. We keep trying to tell you, stop celebrating these holidays. You know, don't be going around telling people Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving and doing all these different things, man. No, don't be going out there saying that, man. Fuck these holidays. Like I said, if somebody come up to you while you in the street or whatever, and they just be like, oh, happy holidays or whatever, just say it back to them so you can keep it moving. But you know, in the back of your mind, you're not about to be a part of that life, you know, because, you know, scriptures do say, hey, man, you gotta don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, man. You ain't got to put your business all on Front Street, man, especially when it comes to this Israelite thing, because it's a very sensitive topic, man. This word is a sharp two-edged sword. You ain't got to let everybody know that you're an Israelite. Just do what you're supposed to do on your daily life. And the Most High, if they want them to understand and wake up to this, he will. But if not, he won't. All right. But at the end of the day, it says right here, forsake your ways, man. All right. And the unrighteous man, his thoughts. Like I said, change your ways, change your mind. And he'll do what? What would the Most High do if you do these things? He will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. So when you see things happen like this, just remember, the Most High wanted this to happen to that individual. We may not understand it completely, but we're learning. We're understanding what the Most High is all about when it comes to judgment. This is why, you know, we're working. This is why we're going through the scriptures and doing these different things, because this is our training right now. And if we come to the point where we're part of the elect, we'll be perfect kings, priests, and judges. Okay? The 144,000 alongside with Yahushua and, you know, and King David. All right. That's what it's going to be, man. So at the end of the day, like I said, forsake these ways. Stop getting tangled up with the people of this world and everything like that. And stop getting to the point where you're just like, I just can't do it. I have to be part of everybody or whatever. Look, just be different. Just be different, man, because at the end of the day and in the long run, it's going to pay off for you. Everybody else that wants to stay a part of this thing is it's not gonna look good for them. They're gonna perish. All right. So fear the Lord, man. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm gonna say call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Richaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the great millstone which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.